Hey everybody, this is TJR. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If not, welcome back. I'm just taking a little break here from some more serious in-depth videos that I've been working on to just talk about this Lost Paul McCartney and Wings album that is finally seeing the light of day. It's entitled One Hand Clapping. Now, I'm going to read from the press release that was sent to me on this here first, and I'm going to interject with some of my own commentary here. One of the most bootlegged live albums in musical history will finally receive a proper release. Back in August 1974, when Band on the Run was enjoying a 7-week consecutive #1 stint at the top of the UK album charts, Paul McCartney and Wings headed to Abbey Road Studios for the filming of a video documentary and possible live studio album entitled One Hand Clapping. Despite overwhelming demand for newly recorded material from the biggest band in the world at that time, One Hand Clapping was never officially released. Over the years, various parts of the One Hand Clapping have been bootlegged with varying degrees of success. Some of the material has also appeared on official McCartney releases. However, the June 14th release of One Hand Clapping, which features the original artwork designed for the project, is the first time the audio for the film, plus several additional songs recorded off camera, have been officially released. Now, I should pause here and mention that after reading this press release, I remembered back when I purchased the archive edition of Band on the Run, there was a DVD included that featured a performance, an in-studio performance of 15 songs, and it was entitled One Hand Clapping. And honestly, at that time, I had no clue what that meant. So the moment I read this press release, the light bulb went off in my head. I'm going to go back now to the press release here. One Hand Clapping showcased Wings' new lineup, fresh off their return from Nashville. Paul, Linda, and Denny Laine were now joined by guitarist Jimmy McCulloch and drummer Jeff Britton. Hopefully I've said those names correctly. Additionally, joining the band in the studio were orchestral manager Del Newman and saxophonist Howie Casey, who had previously played with Paul in Hamburg and would go on to join the Wings touring band. So the first thing I thought about as I looked at this press release and then looked at the pre-order material was, why was this never released? And I did some research and I could only find one thing. There was a blog entitled Albums That Never Were. And in it, the author of that blog gives a very detailed account about the recording. I'm not going to read everything to you from that blog, but I am going to read a little bit here, and I'll leave a link in case you want to check it out. The arrival of Band on the Run signaled a few changes in Paul McCartney and Wings. Firstly, it was McCartney's first post-Beatles masterpiece album, finally equaling the quality of a typical Beatles album. Miraculously, the album was a product of the trio Paul, Linda McCartney, and Denny Laine, as drummer Denny Sewell and guitarist Henry McCulloch quit the band just before the start of the album's recording sessions. This eventually led to the second major change for Wings, a new lineup. Wings recruited drummer Jeff Britton and headed to Nashville in July to rehearse for a planned tour of Australia. Rehearsals for the theoretical tour continued across the ocean in late August at McCartney's old stomping grounds, Abbey Road Studios. But McCartney thought a little more of these activities than just simply rehearsals, as he employed boy genius engineer Jeff Emmerich to record the sessions, as well as David Litchfield to film and direct the sessions for a possible documentary film release. Now, again, he gives more details on the recording, and again, I'll leave you a link. Let me continue with his blog page, though. While the film was completed in 1975, it was never released. Paul had a tendency to finance vanity projects himself, comfortable with leaving them in the vault, such as the animated Bruce McMouse show, which did not see release until 46 years later. This lineup of Wings eventually returned to Abbey Road in November to start work on their next album, Venus and Mars. While the film made its rounds on the bootleg circuit and eventually as a bonus on the 2010 Band on the Run box set, various tracks have trickled out on archival releases over the years, as well as its presumed entirety on various bootlegs. Again, this is the only piece of information I've been able to find. This is a blog page. I can't verify the accuracy. He does list some resources on his blog. I'll leave a link so you can check it out. Getting back to the actual official release, One Hand Clapping will be available as a 2 CD set, a 2 LP collection, and via digital formats. An exclusive 2 LP package available only online comes with a 7-inch vinyl single featuring previously unreleased solo performances recorded on the last day of the One Hand Clapping sessions in the backyard of Abbey Road. One Hand Clapping will also be available to stream in Dolby Atmos. Right now, all of this can be seen at paulmccartney.com. I don't see it listed anywhere else, but I'm sure by the time this posts, or within the next day or so, you're probably going to see other retail outlets making it available. So what do you think? Are you excited about this? Do you not really care? I definitely want to go back and take a look at this DVD footage. I remember seeing it back in the day, but I want to go back and watch it again now. As for myself, I'm thinking probably the CD set. But let me know your thoughts. As always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. I want to thank my Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters do receive exclusive weekly videos not available on this channel. If you'd like to be a Patreon supporter, please go to patreon.com/TJR the original. If you can't be a Patreon supporter, I understand. You can always leave a one-time super thanks for any video that I post. And if you can't do that, you can help by just simply clicking like. That goes a long way, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Let me know which version you're thinking of, or maybe you're thinking, I don't want this. Let me know. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Thanks, everybody, so much for inviting me into your home, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.